Well, it's certainly starting to feel a little more like Christmas and winter. It's cold outside, but that does not stop people from texting or choosing new tracks of music on their iPod. And watching you gave our next guest the germ of an idea. Mittens with holes in the index fingers and thumbs. Lincoln McCardle is the inventor of twittens, and we've reached him in London, Ontario. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Thanks for having me.
Can you describe the twittens a little bit more?
I will try my best. At first look, twittens are essentially, they look like winter gloves. They're made of fleece, and, they offer all the warmth of gloves. What makes them a bit unique is that they do have hoods on the index finger and thumb that you can remove off the fingertips and hold in place with Velcro to allow you to, as you said, text or change the music on your iPod, maybe take a picture, whatever you may need to do.
Yeah, and so there have been versions, I guess, of, gloves that don't have fingers on them, but this is different.
Absolutely, and in fact, the idea came to me because last winter I did notice a lot of young women were sporting fingerless gloves, and while that certainly allowed them to text, I didn't think they'd really offer the warmth I wanted, or I'm not sure they really went with my fashion sense. So it went from there to saying, well, I only really need the index finger and the thumb. And then there was a eureka moment where I thought, but I don't need it all the time. So if there was a way I could keep my hands warm and just have access when necessary, that would be the perfect scenario.
So you were designing these for yourself?
I, in fact, was. And my intention, and in fact, the first thing I did was I went and Googled it thinking if this was something I wanted, certainly other people had thought of it. And my search came up empty. So from there, I was at Google anyways. I started Googling Canadian glove manufacturers and, sent out some emails with my idea, with the name Twittens, with everything, really under the giving them the impression, if you make these, I can guarantee you'll sell at least one because I'll buy them. And I was lucky enough that Impacto, who is making the gloves, got back to me and said, you know what, we all want a pair, so we think you're onto something and we want to partner with you, and let's make this happen.
You're kidding, just like that?
Pretty much just like that. I tell the story and no one believes me, but that's exactly how it happened in this case.
Well, sometimes that's how we design shows. We have an argument in the office, and we're like, oh, that's obviously a conversation we should have on air because people have a lot of different opinions.
Yeah, exactly. Now, I make it sound like it just happened last Tuesday. This actually took place earlier in the year, January, February timeframe. So it's been a slow process, but things have really ramped up lately, and we couldn't be more excited.
Well, actually, within a year, getting from concept to development to production, that's actually probably pretty good.
Yeah, I think, these last couple of weeks have been a little bit hairy. I know that up in Belleville they're working fast and furiously to make sure everyone can get their hands on or in twittens by Christmas. So,
how many of these are being made?
Well, what we're doing right now is we're actually taking pre-orders, and we have had a number of those. As well as we've been really happy that we've had quite a bit of response from small and medium-sized retail chains. So anyone who orders them, we're guaranteeing we'll have them out. They're actually still making them as we speak. We hope to have them shipped out early to mid-December.
What's your day job? Are you an inventor normally? What do you do?
This could not be further from my day job. I actually work for Bell Canada looking after their network, so it's a lot of analyzing traffic and data and making sure everything's running as smoothly as it could and should.
That's your day job.
That is my day job. I've never invented anything before this, and nothing against myself. It seems unlikely I'll ever do it again. Just kind of stumbled across this.
Well, you never know, but I wonder. On one level, I have to say, with respect, when I saw it, I just thought, oh, we're going too far with the texting and tweeting. Can't we stop when it's really, really cold?
And I think you're right. For me, I am I'm an addict as far as electronics go, so I was feeling a need for myself. But the truth of the matter is I also attend University of Western Ontario part-time, and I was on campus when I got the idea because it is absolutely constant. The other surprising thing is, although I had texting in mind, photographers, outdoorsmen, there's lots of other uses for these gloves that never occurred to me and are keep being revealed to me every day.
Okay. Well, listen, congratulations. It's nice to talk to you.
Well, wonderful. Thanks so much for having me on. Try and stay warm.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Have a great day.
They are called twittens, gloves for the text generation, and they are made here at the Impacto plant in the Friendly City.
We're about a 25-year-old glove manufacturing company. The Twittens product came to us several months ago, with the inventor sort of coming to us with a concept, an idea.
It was a Canadian problem that needed a Canadian solution.
If you're wearing just like a normal set of gloves, as you can see, the touchscreen phones, which seems like so many out here and on the market today, won't work like this. So the best thing about Twittens is you simply fold your fingers back. You can access all the different applications on your phone. What appealed to us as well with the Twittens project is working with a Canadian inventor in Lincoln McCardle who came up with the concept and the design of the glove. We were able to finalize it, come up with new prototypes that he approved, certainly. And it's a Canadian inventor working with a Canadian manufacturer, and that speaks to our heart because we're a Canadian-based glove manufacturer. We have been for 25 years and will continue to be in the future. We've also put some strategic gripping material on here, so it makes it a lot easier to sort of grip the phone, work through it, and reduce the chance of actually dropping the phone because you've got good grip in strategically placed areas on the hands.
And it is a skilled workforce that gets these gloves ready for national as well as international distribution.
It's been a really positive all-around, experience. I mean, the website's been launched here for several weeks, twittens.ca, and from there, and with some of the media interviews that both Lincoln, who's the inventor, and ourselves have been doing over the last few weeks, we've really had a great response from the public and people who are excited about getting the products in time for Christmas.
Mike Postevit, CKWS Newswatch, Belleville.